G'day mates, Servok here, and welcome to Osiris New Dawn. This is a game by Fenix and I believe produced by Reverb, triple XP. And pretty much today it's not really going to be a let's play. It's going to be more of a review of what's out so far in the game, and also a couple of little tips and tricks that I've found along the way. There has been a couple of little hot fixes and that regarding server saves, which is great. There's been a couple of little things that you do notice in early access, but the devs are on it like, I guess, like white on rice. And guys, look, I did have a spaceship, but because this is a multiplayer server hosted on their cloud, which I don't know if I think other games have used it, but I know Discord uses it a fair bit. So pretty much we've got a private server hosted on their cloud-based server. And where am I going with this? Oh yeah, my cousin decided to fly my spaceship. Oh, there it is. See that rock all the way up there? Oh, it's a little bit shiny when I move back and forth. Well, that's it. He's managed to get to the edge of the atmosphere and get stuck. So I can't really review that, and I really did want to put the effort into building another one because it took a little bit of time by myself. So I'll be recruiting the other guys on the server to help us build maybe one or two more. They do move really fast, but the only thing I can say about them is that it's like another ground vehicle. So as ground vehicles go, I like the rover even though it's slow. And also, the back of it isn't square. There's something about it that doesn't look square. Or it's the fact that I sit on the right hand side. I don't know, there's something about it. But, pretty much, I was going to say that the spaceship follows the lay of the land. So, as ground vehicles do, if I drive over flat land, I go over flat land. If I drive, like I said, this is slow, but nothing really gets in its way. However, if I went up over this with the spaceship, I would actually go up over in the air. It's not as if you've got a position in the air you're keeping. It's as if you've got like a... Is it a Z or a Y? Vertice. I think it's Y. Off the ground. So you're so many pixels off the ground, so therefore you will maintain that many pixels off the ground, or meters, or whatever you want to say. That's my only cons with it. Other than that, I liked it until it's been left up there. Nice little sun effect. I just love the atmosphere in this game. So, on to reviewing. So far, we've built one of everything. So, okay, we've built two Gavs only because they're awesome. But we've built all the vehicles. So, as you saw before, the rover sort of doesn't stop for anything. We'll go for the Gav, because it's another favourite vehicle. It has a turret. So, once again, firing at a young crab, it don't last long. It does have a bigger gun than the rover, the hoverboat. It's more like a dual firing assault rifle, you could say. But as you can see, it's quite quick over flat ground. We did get one of these bogged on a ridge, so be wary of that. You can get them bogged and they won't come off, and also other vehicles will not knock it or move it, as I will show you right now with pushing on another Gav. As you can see, I just hit it and stopped. So hopefully they bring that in, and like I said, it's only early access. I don't expect everything to be in the first go. So you couldn't budget off it. I even brought the rover, and yeah, just doesn't happen. The hoverbike. Let's do a review on the hoverbike. The hoverbike is the fastest land vehicle. As you can see, its base speed as you just cruise over is actually slower than the Gav. Sits at about probably 46. However, if I hit shift, it has a sprint. The other ones do not. So this is the fastest land vehicle. when they give us fuel supply and all that sort of stuff, I'm curious on what sort of consumptions that's going to take. But it does cruise along. It does have a rapid fire pistol, is the best way to put it. And all I can say is that it doesn't kill as fast as the Gav, but I like it just because of its speed. If I'm going to go try and find, say, a gold deposit or something like that, I would recommend a hoverbike. Just because you will get there and back before you have to make dinner or something that night after you left in the morning. So, those are the vehicles. Must admit, I still like the Rover even though it's slow, but it doesn't stop for anyone. It really doesn't stop for anything. Let's just... Actually, that's another thing to show you guys. Craters. Alright, so the hoverbike and the Gav actually struggle with craters. Okay, we may have a sandworm here because it may not have been activated yet. There it is. See you, boy. Alright, so once you get vehicles, they're sort of no big issue. So, sorry, that's sort of... Alright, so I find that the hoverbike and the Gav, even if you boost, sometimes it struggles to get up over lips. Okay, that just proved me a liar. Let's see if I can find the one I'm talking about. Okay, it's over this way. So, as you can see, it bumps and jumps and carries on because it's not, how can I say, it is hovering, just very, very close, and you flip it. So I find to unflip it, you sort of have to... Oh, that's nearly unflipped itself, but this is going to hurt if I don't get off soon. Apparently they can't hurt me while I'm here, but... Ow! Yes they can. Okay, when you get off, you can actually... It flips automatically. Okay, I'm nearly trying to flip myself. But those are the little issues I have with the hoverbike. Is, as you just saw, it flips pretty easily. I do have a suit breach, hopefully it won't matter too much. As the oxygen's in the middle, and your stamina is also in the middle. It's more like a heartbeat, and sometimes it gets really loud and tells you that you're, how can I put it, tiring? That's probably the best way to put it. As you can see, I also can knock off parts of resources and all that sort of stuff, and I can kick them around like soccer balls. And yeah, it's just taking a little bit of time. This is, yeah, the slowest and probably the toughest. But yeah, hold on. Let's just repair the suit so it stops beeping at me. Oh, let's find this crater I was talking about. It's just over the yonder. And I got stuck again. Alright. Here we go. Up and over. And this way. There. Okay, so this is hydrogen. So yellow for hydrogen, blue for oxygen, green for chlorine, and I don't know if there's another one yet because I haven't found it. There is a wiki, so make sure to go. I think it's Osiris, newdawn.gamepedia.com or something like that. And they also have Reddit, so... But yes, hopefully this will prove my point. Yes, see how it struggles up the side of the cliff? It slowly gets up. It's only because it's not actually hovering. It's grinding itself all the way to the top. You eventually get over and then you fly. I was boosting them, by the way, too, to get up there. So, go and get the Gav and do the same thing. I'll just prove the point to you guys. The difference between what the Gav can do, what the Rover can do, what the Void Bike can do. Void Bike. Sorry, Hover Bike. Void Bike was another game. Or something else I've read. Anyway, Void Bike. Void Bike sounds cool. There's the Oompa. Alright, so we'll just park this up here. As you can see, I've hurt it up quite a bit, running around and bashing on it. So. And actually, we'll go through that right now, since I did do that. You'll notice that some of the stabilizer and all that sort of stuff gets damaged and actually deforms. And when you start fixing it, it gets better. How cool is that? Like, I like how they've added something like that so early in the game. Engine's a bit Left stabilizer, right stabilizer, shot. Sort of lucky that one of them didn't fall off. Like I said, it just flips upside down, and when you get hit by monsters and aliens, monsters, one of the two, for me it tends to, that gets beaten up a lot. Alright, so let's go to the Gav. I'm going to head to the same crater because it's the closest and proves my point. So the Gav does not have a shift. It does not get any faster. It, however, shoots a lot and can, if I do this right... Oh no, that's not... Okay, it used to be able to shoot itself. I don't know if they've like sort of fixed that somehow, but... Okay, let's hope I didn't bog another Gav. Alright. Alright, it's got 6 wheels, but it doesn't seem to be independent as much as, say, the Rover. The Rover has 8 wheels that are sort of independently suspended. I don't know, independent suspension is what it's got. I don't know if independently suspended is the way you would say it. See, I just hit a rock and it just stopped. So, it does slowly climb over it, but like I said, we'll go to this. Well, let's just kill you because my Rover doesn't have guns. So yes, the hover bike and the Gav are the only ones with guns. The Rover, well, sort of doesn't care what's there and all that sort of stuff. So, alright, so we got it stuck on a ridge like this, so I'm hoping I don't get it stuck on a ridge again. So let's go hammer and tong, and as you can see, it sort of slows down. It's sort of gets to the top like any other car, and has to slow down. Oh, and I rolled it. And it's back on its wheels. Well, that's pretty handy. So, let's turn around. And, oh, magnesium's here. It's in a safer spot than the other stuff. Yeah, it goes up over. As you can see, the speed drops off. It goes down to like 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. Down from its 70. And it seems to get stuck on a lot of things. Like, as you hit things, it sort of jars and... yeah, to me it sort of jars a little bit too much. And I'll just prove to you that this gun is a lot better than the hover bike. As you can see, I am just demolishing everything I'm hitting. It's very easy, very safe to say it's our favourite base defense. So when you get those night raids, they've got 2 Gavs for that. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Okay, it has sudden acceleration. And alright, finally, I'm just going to show you the Rover. I love how big this thing is. I know it's slow. I know once they bring out the modules for vehicles and lots of stuff that they're planning to do, it's going to be... I'm hoping whether or not it just gets more storage, or... I don't know, even if it got maybe a turret mounted that you could have extra people, or have a module to carry more people, or they plan to have more people drive it. I don't know. I think a multi-person vehicle would be cool in this game, but at the moment we use the 2 Gavs, the Rover and the hoverbike. Did use the spaceship until someone put it up in the sky. I am still bitter about that. I will bring that up more. So, like I said, this thing doesn't stop for anything, and as you can see, the speed barely drops. It does go faster downhill. Well, we'll go to that same crater, and as you can see, it drives anywhere between 27 to about 30 kilometers an hour. So, here we go. Up over the edge. Ooh, okay. Now, do it from a standing start. And it does like to roll a bit. Alright, you're going to attack me, aren't you? Anyway, I'll drive over it. As you can see, my speed drops a little bit, but doesn't seem to get flinched by anything. I don't know. I just love the fact that if something wants to chase me or anything like that, I'm going at a speed that doesn't stop. Whereas if you go on a Gav, you probably shoot it, kill it, and all that sort of stuff. That's might as well be done. But as you can see, like when the Gav got hooked on all this stuff, this thing's just going straight over it. So there's the pros. It probably needs to be, I think it needs to be a little bit faster, personally, for it to be, I know they probably have a future plan for it, so it's probably that speed for a reason, but I don't know. I think it could be 10 kilometers faster, just so you're not, well, the Gavs and the hoverbike aren't just sort of leaving you behind because they've put their foot down and you can't catch up. So let me just sneak through. Oh, drive over buildings, and we'll park up. Stop rolling, please. Oh, right. So that's the vehicles. I would like to show you the starship, but it's not going to happen. Where am I being attacked from? Exciting music is exciting. Where is that skelly pod? What it's going to be? It's this thing. That thing I drove. The skeleton. I think it's a skelly pod, or larval skelly pod, or something like that. Alright. So that is vehicles. Alright, moving on. Let's get on to the lab. Why not? This is where we build the vehicles. So now, it used to be 6 panels, but now I believe they've only got it used to be 12 panels, sorry. Now it's just 6 panels, and that makes it a lot easier to build. So as you can see, those are the requirements for all the vehicles. And what I love the most is that you can actually see it in 3D when you go to build it. It's a little bit smaller than what you actually see. That is the spaceship. The spaceship is about the same size as the lab. So let's just go outside and I'll show you what I mean. That lab is that big. The spaceship is about that size. So if we're going to compare that to something, that's the rover. That's the lab. Let's go back over here a little bit. So that's quite substantially bigger. So yeah, that's the lab. It just shows you how to make it and all that sort of stuff. There's still more things to come out because there's only scientists released. Engineer's supposed to be the one that brings out all the funky robots and all that sort of stuff, which I'm pretty excited for. Alright, this is our habitat. Oh, I'm sorry for shaking the camera so much. We have a kitchen. So normally you can't eat alien meat, but because we've got the kitchen, we can cook it and it's good for you. The chemistry table is where you make, well, I'd suggest never making rubber when you can go to a rubber tree. Plastic, pain in the bum to make at the moment, only because you can't build the, where are they? Gas tanks. Once you can build them, plastic will become easier because you can store heaps more hydrogen. So then you got soil for your plants, and then you can actually make different containers of gases. There we are. Fluorine's another gas, so it's a purple gas. And pretty much soil requires human waste, but our characters don't shit yet, so there you go. An oxygenator only fills this habitat. So once I step out here, you'll notice a little red left oxygen recovery area. And that's pretty much the reason I think it needs to be once again, it's another minor thing that can be fixed later. But for now, we sort of log off inside the habitat. Right, because we can't do human feces yet, we can pretty much just hit F and plant seeds. I haven't harvested these yet. All I know is I can plant them and then put a seed in there, and it gives me a nice bush for a little while until I log off, and then I have to redo it all again, so I have a nice looking garden. Yeah. And climate control, so it should be a nice 18 degrees. What's my suit saying? It's saying 23.6, which is a nice temperature. Alright, this is the barracks building. Doesn't do all too much, except being in another room. There's our shower. Can't be used yet. But it's going to be used for, I believe it gives me descriptions in here. Where are we? Shower. It's going to be used for washing off, replenishing vitals and remove any toxins. And you can have to build it inside a barracks. Then you got the water reclaimer, the kitchen, the crates, the storage locker, which you've seen. The couch helps you replenish your vitals. Computer desk is going to be for your upgrade trees. Climate controller, oxygenated bed helps you save and also get health back. And the fabricator and chemistry are very important things indeed. So when I save, it tells me I've recovered 12 hit points and I've saved. And can't use computer desk because there's no tech trees. So when you level, there'll be tech trees, I assume. And that's all I can say. So, what else is there to show you? I don't think there's too much more, really. So you can build these depositories, and when you build a depository, it holds stuff. But also, once you build one, you can go to your wandering Oompa. Yeah, that's the name we've given it. I know there's only one O, but it's going to be called an Oompa Loompa for now. And you can tell it to go patrol mine. It'll go off. You can tell it to patrol repair. We did that a couple of times. Oh no, I don't want you to mine. I want you to report there. Stop. Okay, every time you look at it, it will stop. So if I walk up to it and go hello, it will turn and look at me. Kind of annoying when you walk past it and it gets confused. Here's your little inflatable dome. It's counted as a second bed, so if you're hurt again, there's a second bed. And also, as you've probably seen in other videos, the forge. The forge is, well, for us hasn't bugged out yet, and it's where you make all your stuff. But honestly, there's a lot to be had in this game. As you can see, we've got 2 solar panels. Pretty much does absolutely nothing at the moment because nothing really requires power per se yet, and it will come to a day where hopefully the solar panels get used and all that sort of stuff. The large satellite dish is brilliant to have, even in early access. So guys, pretty much your map would only take up a little bit of your screen, as you can see. So let's just look at it. So this is just right clicking, it's like zooming in with a rifle, you have a look at it. So before we had the radar dish, you wouldn't have got such a big area on the screen. You've got a smaller area, so the idea is that it's your map can see more of the ley line of the place and all that sort of stuff, so works really well. I love the pistol. Really don't know why you'd use the assault rifle unless you've got plenty of resources to burn. But the pistol seems to get the job done for me, and I don't know, I prefer it. The light, love the effect, I must admit. It's just awesome. So, also, okay, you got your chisel. Like, you guys have been watching heaps of Let's Players play this game, so I'm not going to sort of dawdle on all that sort of stuff. I just wanted to show you what's in the game and what we've built and all that sort of stuff. I don't really want to do a Let's Play of this because my internet doesn't really allow me to do daily videos or even I can do a weekly video, and the idea is that I'll just review what's been released and I'll have it built and I'll have its uses worked out and all that sort of stuff by the time, I think every week if they release a content patch. Hot fixes I probably won't, but any content patch I'll endeavour to actually make and then release and then sort of get it out to you guys on a weekly basis. So it might be a few days after or a week after it actually comes out, but I'll have it built and I'll have it good to go. As you can see, it goes pitch black too. That's another thing. Can we have a spotlight please, Dev? Just just a simple spotlight. It could be like a flag, and it can just be a 360 light that I can just build here. It's just, I know it's pitch black and all that sort of stuff, and it's cool, but yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Gav. Okay, lights. Every car's got lights, but the turret does not. So if a creature is behind you, good luck. I think the Rover's got the best lights though. Yeah, big headed lights. The spaceship's lights actually angle towards the ground, which I think is cool. I'm stuck. I can't see. That's what a flashlight's for. So yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this game so far. My cousin and I are having a lot of fun. We are trying to drag other people in and all that sort of stuff. So there is, how can I say it, there's going to be more people on, more stuff happening as content's released. I think it'd give it probably, I don't know, 6 months. I reckon there'll be plenty of content and I'll have more of my mates on, and we might do like a little co-op sort of explore and point out little areas and all that sort of stuff and locations of stuff I find. Oh, leg spike. Once again, I'm an Aussie. This is hosted in America, so if I get leg spikes, that's going to be all on them. Blaming them. Okay, I have really terrible internet, but I'm still going to blame them anyway. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I am enjoying this so far. I will be playing this a lot more, and like I said, every content patch I will do an episode and I will get back to you. So tell us what you think. Tell us if you want more of this style, because I think I'd rather just sort of show you new stuff instead of just let's plays. I just want to show you new content and whatever comes out, and I'm going to just show you how it uses and review it a little bit. And yeah, I think that might be the way to go. Also, no more ads. I'm doing this as a hobby. If it gets any bigger, I'll consider doing something later. I do have a Twitter and I do have a Facebook. If you follow me on Twitter, I don't expect you to follow me on Facebook because you'll get the same messages anyway. So, guys, cheers for listening, cheers for watching, and as always, I'll see you later.